So let me ask you a question. Who here has an iPhone?
You got us.
Yeah.
Have iPhones.
We have iPhones.
The radical left loses again.
I totally get that you're trying to make people feel bad about their individual actions, and I do think there's a lot of individual responsibility with climate change. What we need to be focusing on is empowering individuals to then mobilize communities and enact systematic reform and policies. I don't think shame is a motivator for saying, oh, you can't have an iPhone, oh, you need to be vegan or vegetarian. Whatever individual action empowers you to feel more sustainable and help the earth, that's amazing. Do that. Don't put too much pressure on yourself, and then use that to form empowered communities that are going to enact sustainable and empowering and important legislation and policy that we need currently. In general, shaming people in the climate movement, whether they have an iPhone or what they're eating or what they're doing, is kind of a no-go, and it's not super cool.
Like every other climate change activist, she is so hypocritical. She is rationalizing with herself as to why she can have those things, but others shouldn't to help the world. Every uneducated human does this.
Our logic here. A baby is coming out of the womb. I am a man, right?
Yes.
So what?
You don't know what a pregnancy does to a woman.
I have 2 kids. I have a wife.
But did you ever ask your wife how it is to bear a child?
Absolutely.
What trauma it is on a woman's body? If she doesn't want to be pregnant, she has all the right to choose because it's her body.
Well, so what about the baby?
My
Does the
body,
baby
my
have any
choice.
right to choose? So if I have a child and I don't want to pay child support, do I have the right to say no?
Okay.
You see, listen to me. Listen to the logic here. I'm a man, so I don't have a right to say or have any opinion about what a woman does with my child in her womb. So can I apply that? Can I also apply that to, hey, when the child is born, because it's her child, I'm a man, I don't want to pay child support, let her take care of my child. Is it equally okay to do that? Is it? I don't have to pay child support. It's your body, your choice. You decided to have the baby. I told you not to have the baby. You wanted to have the baby. I'm not going to pay child support because I'm a man.
Got him. We fucking got him.
So like I just turned 18. If I was a consenting adult and I wanted to identify in a certain way, do you feel like that's something that should be interfered with? Or do you feel like because I'm an adult and I can do what I want, I can express how I want?
You're a victim.
Or do you feel like there still is a duty to kind of combat that in a sense?
I think that one thing that is mistaken is this idea that personally, if you want to identify as a fox every day and bark around Central Park, I don't care if you're not impacting me. It really, that doesn't, I would caution you against it as a friend. I think it's important when people are suffering from various mental disorders, as a friend, you should tell them this, your life isn't going to end very great if you keep following and pursuing this path. I think the moment that transgenderism as an ideology became problematic is when they started insisting on it as something that's taught in the school system, as something that's being taught to children. This is when it really woke me up and turned me into a bear, because I will not allow my children to be intentionally confused by...
He's just turned 18 and already knows all the details of it. Barely lived his life as a man, but already wants to identify as something else. I mean, I wanted to be Spider-Man when I was younger, but didn't jump off buildings.
And then I kind of started this was because I had a fish that was highly intelligent.
You sure about that?
Was vegan for a very long time, and I've had to introduce fish and omegas into my life because my brain wasn't functioning properly.
Sensational.
And
don't tell that to the vegans. They'll come for you.
They're gonna come for me, but that's okay. Now I'm so much sharper than I was, and I think that I was at one point pretty malnutrition. Like I remember I was running on empty. Like I was on.
Can
empty.
I ask you, were you doing a vegan diet like meticulous?
The strictest you've ever known.
But were you doing intelligently? Like were you
did all my
supplementing the right
supplements.
way?
I do all my protein drinks. I've watched every bodybuilder's YouTube about how they still...
You can't pay attention to those.
They will all learn, man, in a few years when they realize their body doesn't function properly anymore and will wonder why.
Well, I just got yelled at for asking a very reasonable question.
Sure.
So I'm applying to go somewhere, and I just wanted to know, are there accommodations for people who struggle with time blindness and being on time?
That's not a real thing.
And then the person I was with interrupted and acted like I was asking something else. And then when we were done, they actually started yelling at me and saying that accommodations for time blindness doesn't exist. And if you struggle with being on time, you'll never be able to get a job.
Yeah, well, yeah.
Provided you're trying your absolute best.
They're paying you to work for them. It's an equal exchange. Companies need reliable people to keep their business running. You don't show up, you don't get paid, and they hire someone else who can.
And then they're like, your stupid generation wants to destroy the workplace.
It's true, all of it.
And yeah, I think that a culture where workers are just cut off because they struggle with being on time, when there's other solutions that we can look to, I think that just anybody who thinks it's okay to just treat people like that, yeah, that culture needs to be dismantled.
Power to the people! Burn it down!
And then I asked that person, how can you feel good about yourself upholding this kind of system?
It's actually pretty easy.
And then to think, I'm entitled. No, if people think it's okay to treat others like this, that's entitlement.
That's the dumbest thing I've ever heard in my life.
Once she grows up, she will realize she is fucked.
Tired of straight white men having the power and everything, you know? And it's like,
Oh, shit. Here we go again.
we as women of color, as like students at this university, like we're very much capable of certain things, and we don't have the same privileges that are offered to straight white men.
And I've been hearing that from a lot of the ladies that I've been talking to today. Talk to me about what some of those privileges are that, you know, straight white men have that you don't have. Talk to me about that.
I don't really know. Have you ever experienced like a specific instance?
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
I also need to go. I know, I do need to go. I'm sorry.
We fucking got him.
Which one of you's from the New York Times? You know there's only two genders, right? There's only two genders, and they know that in Iowa. I challenge the New York Times reporter and the Washington Post reporter to try to milk a cow and then try to milk a bull and see how that goes.
It's facts! It's facts! It's not facts. These facts are not facts.
Need to respect women, period.
So you should respect women.
I'm sorry, I am a woman.
It is ma'am.
So fuck you if you don't think so. I don't really have time for this.
I
don't have time.
My mistake.
You're going to let me speak because here's my truth. I've been for time.
According to this dude's logic, he's a woman because he got sexually assaulted.
I've known women that have been multiple times gruesomely. And how dare you sit up here and try to say that women aren't worth respect? Fuck you.
What's your profanity?
Didn't say that.
I am a woman. I just became a woman. It's just like, are you fucking kidding me? People don't even respect me, period.
They don't respect you for other reasons, not because you're a woman, which you're not.
And I'm already black, so it's just like, yeah, that already goes against me anyways. But still, you piece of living garbage ass dumpster fire trash gum on the bottom of my shoe. Oh my god, I wish I had a tissue for the blood. I would.
Might I suggest it's your behavior, not because you're black or a woman.
This is the way he treats people and then complains no one respects him. Respect is earned, and how can anyone respect you with that disgusting mouth?
He's coming back to finish the job, guys. He's coming back.
Dude, do you not have anything better to do with your time?
He's coming back. I'm a peaceful protester.
I have a serious question. Do you have anything better to do with your time?
What's more important than saving the future of America?
God, he doesn't answer the fucking
What's more
question.
important than protecting America?
Fuck off, dude.
What's more important than protecting the U.S.?
Myself.
I'm an immigrant. Who are you?
I'm a native, bitch.
Exactly. So I'm trying to protect America.
Fuck off.
Hey, come back. Let's talk about it.
I don't know what went down, but dude in the red gets emotional too quick. Discuss the subject and you might understand him and explain your side too.
I'm so tired of having conversations with white cis women where they're more upset about the fact that they're being...
When are you not tired? You're always tired of something. Take a nap.
And we meet this circle of people around us and we do agree about the same things.
We do! Oh, Oil, we love you! We love you, Oil! We do! We love you, Oil!
That's the only way people could maybe like them. If funny guys like him join in and start chanting sport chants.
I will never understand people who continually have kids who cannot afford them and then we're supposed to act like we're happy when you're pregnant again? In what world are we celebrating the tragedy of bringing another child into this world who's going to be born into poverty when this family can't even support the kids that they have? Then people get mad at the people who don't support them having another kid when they clearly cannot afford the lifestyle that they currently have. People get mad at me like I'm the bad person. Like, no, you're the bad person for thinking that this family deserves to bring another child into the world into poverty when they can't even take care of the kids that they have in their household. In what world am I in the wrong for saying that you should not be bringing a child into poverty when poverty has been deemed a form of trauma? You are inherently selfish if you think you deserve to have a child when you are still in poverty. Like, trashy parenting. Get a